thank you again for that amazing introduction. Guys, I have a lot I need to cover with you today or tonight, wherever part of the world that you're in. Some really exciting things happening here at GVO Host and Profit. And of course, we're going to talk to you today a little bit more about the internal pre-launch of Meatcheap. Man, are you in the right place at the right time. I'm really excited about this up-and-coming launch that we're going to be discussing today. Okay, so Meatcheap is going to be launching, and we're going to discuss it today in the next 30 to 45 days. But we'll talk about that in a bit. First, I want to talk to you more about Host and Profit and how Meatcheap fits into the equation with the whole GVO funnel. Okay, so some really cool things I want to cover with you today, because there's probably a lot of new people in this room, and so therefore I want to just take some time, explain to you what Host and Profit is. And then how Meatcheap fits into Host and Profit, and again, the parent company, GVO. So I have a silly question for you. Would you pay more than $10 a month for all the tools you need online to be a success? Of course not, right? So a lot of you have things like Aweber accounts, GetResponse accounts, hosting accounts, video hosting at Amazon, so on and so forth. Well, Host and Profit is about two things. One, saving you a ton of money, but also making you a lot of money. Okay, so let's just talk about that again. So let me show you all the tools I use and a lot of the knowledge on exactly what you need and what I use to build an 8-figure business online. Okay, so maybe you don't want to build an 8-figure business. Maybe just in your mind your goal is to, hey, let's pay the mortgage this month. You know, maybe you haven't made any money online. Regardless where you are, these tools and what I'm going to share with you today will help you build your conventional brick and mortar business, help you start an online business. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the first thing you need is web hosting, which is something.com, right? You need people to be able to see your website. And if you have a brick and mortar business, if you don't have a website yet, you really need one. Okay, you really need one. But it goes much further than that. Most web hosting companies, they provide you your web space, and that's it. The marketing is completely up to you. The average American website gets about 3 visitors a day. I pulled some stats from our servers, and our average client gets almost 500 unique visitors a day because they're utilizing the technology and the tools. So we're not just a web hosting company. We're hosting and then profits. Host and profits. So these are the exact things you need to help market your business effectively online. Because if you don't market it, you don't get traffic. If you don't get traffic, you don't get sales. Well, the number one thing you need is a lead capture system, okay? My whole business is centered around generating a name and email address. I don't focus on sales whatsoever. You also need video hosting. You know, later in this presentation, we're going to show you a video of our data center. Video generates know, like, and trust, okay? And you also need web conferencing, okay? You know, the room we're using, and again, I'm just going to dictate the exact tools I use to build an 8-figure business, which will certainly help you build a business as well. So a web conference software, just like the one we're using here, is vitally important. So you need easy templates to be able to build your websites, and probably one of the biggest and most important thing is you need internet marketing and training, which is something that we're doing on this live call, but we also do over 10 times per week with some of the most fantastic instructors who are in this room. Okay, so now I have a lot to share with you today, but I'm moving fast because I do have a lot to share, and I don't want to take more than an hour of your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove to you the effectiveness of these tools by relating this to this webinar, okay? So just to give you an overall example and view of just how powerful what we're talking about and show you the real-life examples of using those right now, okay? So sounds like it could be pretty expensive, and it probably is for the seasoned individuals in this room who are new here, who've been online for a while. Well, web hosting is about $12 a month. Your autoresponder is $50 per month. Video hosting is about $100 per month, depending on how much your videos are watched. Web conferencing software at GoToMeeting is $49 a month. Turnkey web pages, $41 a month. And this is really underpriced. Real internet marketing and training. We've all seen those courses that are only $1,997. Well, we teach you everything that a lot of the gurus teach you absolutely free, because we want you to use our tools and understand how to use those tools, okay? So you get that free here. And again, some of those instructors are in this room right now, and they're absolutely amazing. So upwards, again, this is going to resonate for some in the room and not for others, $550 per month or more. Okay, so plus you have to remember all your logins at Aweber or GoDaddy or GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting or GetResponse or Bluehost or whatever. Becomes a pain in the butt, right? It's just not convenient until now. So I want to talk to you about that. Okay, so it's all under one roof at one unbelievable price. Okay, now I alluded at the start of this call, less than $10 per month. Okay, so basically it all starts with hosting. Well, guys, I'm an internet marketer at heart, and we started in 1998, and I really had a hard time finding a hosting company that understood the challenges that internet marketers face online with affiliate programs, so on and so forth. We are the only web hosting company that absolutely understands every facet of internet marketing, and that's why we provide all the tools. Remember, most web hosting companies out there like HostGator or Bluehost or MonsterHost, they provide you web space. That's it, that's all. It's up to you to market your website effectively. We provide everything under one roof so that you get traffic, and traffic leads to sales, okay? So that's why some of the best and the brightest internet marketers in the world are with us. People like Derek Van Dyke, Telman Knudsen, Mark Hall, Mike Cheney, Stephen Pierce, Mike Filsame, Frank Rumbuskus, Todd Gross, Ken Hammond, Jamie, I could go on and on, Ken MacArthur, Stone Evans, Tissa Godavattarni, Brian Baer, another rock star, Kimball Roundy, Joel Broughton, Keith Carberry, Frank Sousa from Traffic Geyser, Ewan Chia, so many people. Why? Because they recognize the value and they appreciate that all of our tech team understands internet marketing at heart. So let's continue to move forward. Now we're going to start using the real life example of how you got to this conference room. Remember at the start of this call I said, my whole business is focused on generating a name and email address off my website. That's it, that's all. Why? Did you know, statistically, 99% of people who visit your website for the very first time will never visit again if you don't capture a name and an email address. That's why my whole business is focused around that, okay? So let's start translating the power of these tools based on the real-life example of the webinar you're in right now. You filled out a form somewhere on one of our websites. Now we have many websites generating leads for us. So you effectively became a lead. And you filled out a form in an automated fashion. Then we invited you to this live webinar, right? This is probably resonating with someone who say, yeah, you got an email this morning, you clicked on the email, and now you're here in this room. So that's the power of the tool. You can just see all the people in this room who are invited here by our e-responder system. And again, this is completely automated. Now, don't feel overwhelmed if you go, well, that's great. I don't know how to use an e-responder. That's what our free training is for. It's worth thousands and thousands of dollars, and we do that absolutely free. So you got here because you filled out a form on one of our websites or took a free trial of GVO or a free trial of GVO conference, and you're live on this call right now. Okay? So the other component that's vitally important, and you'll notice that on all of our websites, is video. Okay? Now, a lot of people say, well, that's fine. I could upload a video to YouTube. The other thing that's really, really important, folks, is you've got to test and track everything, okay? As an example, I send an email to somebody. They come to our website or one of my websites, and hopefully this is resonating with you, and they watch a video, okay, on a sales process or a product that I have for sale. Now, would you all agree that somebody who watches 5% of that video is going to be a different lead than somebody who watches 100% of that video? So some people will watch 100% of the video, take action, and buy your product or service. Others will watch 5% of the video and not take action. So our video system completely tracks the viewership of the people who are watching your videos. Why is that important? Well, the next email that you send to somebody who's watching 5% of your video is going to be something around, hey, it looks like you didn't watch all of our video, but I just wanted to follow up with you in case you missed it. Click here again to watch the video. Versus if somebody watched 100% of the video but didn't take action, well, I'm going to send that person an email based on a sales process, maybe a fire sale, because I know that they're very, very interested in the product or service, and chances are they didn't buy it because they couldn't afford it, so I'm going to send them an email with maybe a $1 trial. So that's why having professional video is important. Not just that. If you send somebody to YouTube, what happens at the end of that video? Well, one, they can click off and go to YouTube. You've lost that traffic. And two, very often you'll get related videos at the end of your competitors. You don't want to do that. So that's including it. Video generates know, like, and trust for your business. You have to have it. An easy video producer makes it easy. Okay? Now, the other tool, again, is this, okay? You're all here interacting in a live environment. There's people from every corner of the globe in this room right here, right now. You're seeing a live presentation. So conference software is very, very important and included here at GVO. You become your own TV star. You get a huge captive audience from all over the world, and the best part is, for you to be here today, none of you had to go to a hotel meeting. None of you had to get into your car. It could be snowing out. It could be too hot out. It doesn't matter. All you had to do was grab your cup of coffee, go to your computer, and you're interacting live. This is another tool that has made us millions of dollars and completely included in our Hosts and Profits platform, okay? So, now you don't want to be a web designer, or you don't have to be a web designer. All types of easy turnkey lead capture pages that you can use. Because again, my business has always been focused on generating a name and email address. Okay? So, let's continue to move forward here. We provide you all types of turnkey templates as well. So, if you're not an experienced internet marketer, you realize just how, if you are an experienced internet marketer, you just realize how much Hosts and Profits has to offer. And in a moment, we're going to blow you away with the cost. If you are new, and you might be saying, man, I don't get this. I get the principles of it, but I feel really overwhelmed with how do I get this done? You don't have to worry. That's what's really cool, guys. When I got on in 1998, it was really frustrating. I didn't know much about anything. And because I didn't know much about anything, it was a real waiting game, and for the first 2 years, I really didn't make a penny. And I vowed to myself, if we became successful with our company, that I would give the turnkey solutions and the proper education to our clients so that they can make it easy for themselves as well. So if you feel overwhelmed, it's okay, because we've got GVO Academy. I cannot say enough about the people in GVO Academy. They're absolutely amazing, amazing individuals. And we do classes, like 3 or 4 classes a day, 5 days per week, where you can log in, get all your questions answered about your business. Really, really, again, I just cannot say enough good things about our instructors, many of them who are in this room, and you'll probably meet them after this call. Okay, so let's recap everything, and then we'll get into the meat cheap and why you're really at the right place at the right time. So you get 4 domain hosting. Now, if you need more than that, that's not a problem. We can provide you more than 4 domain hosting really, really easily. We have unlimited hosting as well. You get your autoresponder so that you can start generating leads. You get Blogger Builder and the Website Builder. Amazing, amazing. You get Easy Video Producer so you can track who's watching your videos. Really simple system. You get a conference software just like this one. You get prospecting systems, lead generation systems, and you get the Academy, and you get a compensation plan that's unmatched, all for just $9.97 per month. And I'm going to show you how you can get a $1 trial at the very end of this call as well. We don't want your money. We want to prove to you that what we have is the best in the industry. So, normally at this part, I would bring up some of the people who are in this room to say something, but guys, I have a lot to cover with you today, so I'll maybe bring them up at the end of today's conference call, okay? But Keith Carberry is one of our instructors, amazing kick butt, very highly intelligent internet marketer. And Keith says the backbone of the internet is web hosting. If you want to establish a presence online, you need a reliable service. Hosts and Profit has that. The heart of the internet is the autoresponder. I've already told you that, and every top internet marketer will tell you that as well. If you want to maintain a consistent conversation with your customers, an autoresponder service with high deliverability is the key ingredient. Hosts and Profits has that, guys. And then throw in professional video hosting, live interactive conferencing, the best coaching on the planet, and a compensation plan that pays 80%, which I'll show you in just a bit, sharing the story, so there you have the story of Host and Profit, Keith Carberry. So, Tissa, again, I'd like to bring him up, but probably at the end of the call, one of the most intelligent affiliate marketers out there with his Like.it and other programs. And he has to say, behind every great income opportunity is a great product and great leadership. Host and Profit is a competition killer with CEO Joel Therrien at the helm. All the key ingredients for a long-term residual income are right here, right now. That's why I'm thrilled to put my name behind Host and Profit and GVO. Thank you, Tissa. And again, we'll try to bring up some of these leaders at the end of the call. Next person, Brian Bear, another amazing guy. Been on our leaderboard time and time again. I'm looking forward to meeting Brian shortly here in San Antonio. And he says, Host and Profit made me a true overnight success. My first week I was in profit and on the leaderboards. He's being humble, way on the leaderboards. These tools save me hundreds per month, and the opportunity is better than anything I've seen out there. I have seen them all. Combine that with training and leadership, and it is game over. Well, thank you, Brian. The feeling's very mutual. You're an amazing, amazing marketer. And by the way, folks, one of the best video marketers out there. Next is Mike Filsaime. Probably a lot of people know him. But anyway, Mike says, I've been a client of GVO, Host and Profits, of course, for the past 5 years. They provide top-notch products and services. I would not trust my business with any other data center. I am excited to be part of this, and I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. Mike Filsaime. Okay, so Mark Call as well, who you probably know, another great individual. Host and Profit and GVO has absolutely changed my life. In only 2 years, I am now making more working a couple of hours a week than most make working full-time. I would not use any other host or marketing tool suite. You can trust these guys. Add in a compensation plan like no other, and this is my number one pick for opportunities too. Mark Call. Okay, so again, how much is this going to cost? Only $9.97 per month. If you combine the Aweber, the GetResponse, the hosting, the video hosting, and the conference room, remember guys, $550 per month literally. That's not hype. That is fact. Okay. So you might be wondering, how can we offer so much for so little? In other words, how can we afford to pay out 80% commissions back to our affiliates, which I'll show you in a bit? It just, it doesn't make sense, right? Well, I want to talk to you about our long-term sustainable competitive advantage over 99% of our competition, okay? Here's what makes us very different, and this is what provides a unique, sustainable selling proposition, okay? Just an FYI, guys, a lot of people consider Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, to be like this uber smart. He is very smart, but, touches a company and turns to gold. The number one thing that Warren Buffett looks at when deciding to invest or take over a company is whether they have a long-term, sustainable competitive advantage. Here's what makes us different. Unlike most web hosting companies or software companies or marketing companies out there, we own everything. We own the servers, we own the routers, we own the data center, we own every line of code of our software. There's absolutely no third-party people involved in our company. We own everything. So because we own everything, it gives us the best control and the best support in the industry, and because we have no third-party costs to people, we don't have to pay co-location services or fees, we're able to offer what we do at $9.97, unlike anybody in our competition, because they have third-party fees associated. So not only do our tools save you money, okay, but we also offer an affiliate program where you can get paid handsomely month after month after month. True passive residual income for life, unlike our competitors. All of our hosting competitors, like again, DreamHost, HostGator, one, they don't provide you the marketing tools, but they provide a one-time payout only, which means you're chasing sales again and again and again, okay? So let's talk about that. If you decide to refer others to Host and Profits, GVO, and what you'll see later, Meet Cheap as well, we're going to pay you a 50% commission on month one, which means with just 2 referrals, you're breaking even, okay? 50% commission on month one, okay? So, and then after month one, we pay 5% down a full 10 levels, okay? Which means when you bring in people and they bring in people, you're getting paid on those people. And when they bring in people, you're getting paid on those people, so on and so forth, down a full 10 levels. In addition to the 50% on the 10 levels, anybody that you bring into this great company and opportunity, you're going to collect 20% of whatever they make. So, let's say you bring in John, and John makes $1,000, okay? You're going to collect a $200 commission above and beyond what your regular commissions are. So multiply that by 5. Let's say you get 5 people making $1,000. Well, that's $5,000, right? And you're going to get 20% of that. You're going to get $1,000 above and beyond what you're making, okay? So 50% down 10 levels plus 20%, that's 70% residual income payout month after month after month. Plus, with our top 20 referrers every month, we share 10% of our net revenues. So that's 80% of our profits, our gross revenues, going back out to our affiliates. Again, guys, we would not be able to do this. We would not be able to offer a quality service if we didn't own and operate everything that we do. That's what makes our long-term sustainable competitive advantage, okay?